Meet the Johnsons, a happy family of four. Their income is $100,000 per year, and they're saving 10% or $10,000 every year invested into their 401k and IRA. Now, they're expecting a rate of return of 8% during that period, and based on those numbers, should have $1 million in their accounts in 30 years, and will have reached the pinnacle and ready for retirement. This is a common vision for retirement investors and sounds great, but there are several problems with this plan. First, they're using a rate of return based on a historical average that may not follow their timetable. For example, if I have $100 invested in the market, and in year one the market goes down 50%, I have $50. Now in year two, the market recovers 50%. 50% of $50 is $25. Well, now I have $75. So even though the average return of this 2-year period is 0, I've lost 25% of my original investment. So when you try to predict future growth, it's impossible to know exactly what your money is going to do. So you need to use actual returns from the past, not average rates of return. I think we all know that sometimes the market goes down. Let's assume for the Johnson family that in the beginning, everything was going according to plan. They saved $10,000 per year for 20 years and received an average of 8% on their investments. Now it's 2000, and the market crashed, and everyone was telling them to leave their money in the market because it will eventually rebound. But it continued to go down in 2001, and everybody said, leave your money in the market, it will come back. But it didn't. It continued to decline into 2002. It actually took until 2007 for the market to get back to where it was in 1999. Then we had what everyone remembers, the 2008 market collapse. It wasn't until 2011 that the market came back to where it was in 1999. So the Johnson family experienced no growth for 12 years, which makes reaching their goal and retiring on time impossible. There are also other potential problems to consider. What if one of the family members becomes disabled or dies prematurely or needs long-term care? One or more of these events could send this family all the way back to the bottom of the mountain. Finally, let's talk about this number, 28 trillion. This number represents our national debt. To help you understand how big a number that is, you could win $33 million in the lottery every year for 33,000 years, and that would only add up to $1 trillion. We have 28 of those in our national debt. Now, it would be logical to assume that we could fix some of this by voting for one party or another, but history tells us that going back as far as the Reagan administration, it doesn't matter who is in power. The national debt steadily increases under every administration. Now, every economist says we have to address this, and the only way to pay this off is to raise taxes. And we all expect to see an increase in tax rates in the future. So let's go back to the Johnson family and let's make believe that everything went according to their plan for the entire 30 years. 8% average return, and everyone stayed healthy, and they reached their pinnacle and are ready to retire. Now enter Uncle Sam. And depending on where current tax rates are, they end up with a lot less than the $1 million they planned on. So you see, there are a lot of things that can put a strain on your plan. That's where we come in. With proper planning, we can help you keep a lot more of the savings you've worked so hard to build. We're here to help.